Hi everyone, happy Monday. Hi Suzanne, I'm so glad you're excited. I'm excited to be here too. If you're new here, I'm Morgan and welcome to our live from Heffy HQ. I'm going to be making a birthday card for my dad today because it was actually his birthday yesterday. But we have been a little bit crazy in the office, so I kind of didn't realize how fast the date was approaching. But we didn't get to see him this weekend, so we are going to go and see my folks next weekend. So he'll get his card next weekend, just 1 week after his birthday. But I need to actually make the card first so he can get it. So that is what we're going to do today. So I'm going to flip you around so you can see. I've got my Misty set up here with some Heffy Doodle alcohol marker friendly cardstock. And I was browsing Instagram over the weekend and I had found a reel by Mona. And she had done this little challenge about trying to use like all of your stamps from one stamp set. So I have picked out the perfect blend stamp set because it's got a nice combination of some larger images and some itty bitty baby images. So I'm going to use these guys today. And the whole sort of idea behind it was that you used everything and kind of create the shape on your card how you'd like it, stamp everything out, and then you can finish the card however you want and use all the itty bitty bits to kind of like build it up. So that's what we're going to do. Hello, Yana. How are you? I can't believe it's Monday again. I feel like the weekends just fly past. That and I always forget. Although it's the same time every week, I'm always a bit like, oh, we've got a live stream on Monday. So I'm going to start with, I want this guy to be, I think, somewhere in the middle. I might put a sentiment here. Oh, actually, let me grab sentiment. What are you called? What ones do I want? I want the everyday thing. So these are the everyday sentiment duos. So I think I want to leave enough room. In fact, yeah, I want to leave enough room to have this as my sentiment on my card. So I cut my MFC down to 5.5 inches by 4.25. So I think I'd probably put my sentiment about there. Pull them into the middle of it because I think I might use like the rounded stitched rectangles to just cut around this at the end once I'm done. So I'm gonna work out where I want my sentiment, where I want like my larger images to go. Maybe move him up a bit. I feel like this magnet is just in the wrong place for where I need him to be. I'm going to put him to one side for just now. See, I've got pumpkins though, and I don't think my dad's necessarily a pumpkin guy. So I might swap it out for something else. I might just use like the coffee beans. A little tea bag label. I'm going to stamp these out a few times, so don't worry if you think it looked a little bit sparse just now. I'm going to add some stuff on. I might put the teacup in as well. So I'm going to build this up. In fact, let's not put the babies on right now. Let's do my larger images and then fill the space. So that's going to go there. I think if I grab my rectangles, whatever they may be, I'm just going to grab these just to make sure that I'm not going to chop anyone off because I'd rather not. Oh, hello. I do this every time. I did this at home multiple times of the weekend. Putting the dies on my Misty to figure out where I wanted my stamps to go, and they kept going, whoa! You'd think I would learn. You'd think I would learn. Anyway, so I'm probably going to lose that spaces at the edges. But that's fine. Stick back down there, sir. So yeah, I might pull these guys up a tiny bit. Might move him up a little bit because I want to fit these in the bottom. Almost like a pyramid of coffee receptacles. Is that the right word? In fact, I want the handles on the outside though. I'm feeling in one of those like picky moods. Where I'm like, I can spend ages doing this. Because I do want it to be just right. Okay, I'm happier with that. So let me carefully take this off. This is the Imperial rectangle set, in case I didn't mention that it was Imperial versus metric. I feel like I just always craft Imperial now because that's what I started with. And now it seems really strange to try and work with metric. Although I measure literally everything else in the metric system. So let's do some stamping. I've got my Memento ink. I'm just going to do the sentiment in black too, I think. Why not? Why not? Oh, so have you got some fluff on you, sir? Something just does not look right about you there. Aha! Trying to foil my plans. Tiny, tiny bit of fluff. Get away. Shoot, we don't want you here. Come on. I'm being very careful with this pokey tool because obviously it is a little bit sharp and I don't want to damage the stamp, but I do not want to have to start again if I end up with wonky stamp bits because there's fluff in the way. That would really not make my day. Oh boy, he definitely needs more ink, didn't he? More ink or a firmer hand, maybe. In fact, something else I saw on Instagram over the weekend was doing this. That's better. I think I might have to go a third time on that sentiment though. How are my coffee cups looking though? I might take them off. I might take them off. How was your weekend, guys? Did you guys get up to much? I managed to get some crafting done, but not only that, we had a board games night with some friends. And also our regular Dungeons and Dragons game night was back on Friday. So I feel exhausted. I feel like I need a weekend after my weekend. Alright, so let me grab this rectangle again. I'm going to hover it so I don't click the magnets. I feel like these guys are going to have to come in a little bit closer. Or I could size up with my rectangle. I think there is a slightly bigger one. I feel like they're a little bit... I feel like there's a lot going on up here now. Saying that, I do have space up here. Take him off because I don't need him anymore. And I better pick up my stamps. That would be a good start, wouldn't it? And maybe pop that magnet back. So we don't have any shenanigans. Like minimal shenanigans from a Monday. my sentiments moved? Never mind. We're gonna pretend it's a cool effect, and it's all been deliberate. And when I say my sentiments moved, it's not the sentiment. I've moved that card. Jasmine, hey Morgan, not sure if it's just me, but you're quite quiet on the mic today. I can pull it forward, but I think it could actually be me and not the microphone. I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, and my voice has kind of been coming and going all weekend. In fact, you guys got the best of my voice last Monday. After last Monday, the whole last week, I've not been feeling the best. It's not COVID, thankfully. But yeah, my voice has been a little bit delicate. So yeah, it's probably me just being a bit quieter. I've pulled the mic forward, so I'm hoping that's gonna help. I don't know if I can get him any closer. Does that help? I'll try and make a bit more of an effort not to mumble as well, because that's not gonna help you guys hear me either. I am on the mend though, that's the good thing. I think the problem was going to Glasgow and there's lots of people. I'm blaming it on Glasgow as much as I love the place. There was lots of seeing people and going out and doing things, and then I think the weather's been quite cold up here. So I think it was just a bit of a combination of being out and about and the weather. The craft show was pretty good, Jasmine. It was definitely more soft crafts, lots of fabricy goodness. There was a couple stamps and paper crafting things, but and it seemed quite busy attendees wise. But I've never been to craft show before, so I couldn't really give you anything to compare it to, which is not helpful. Right, let's put these magnets down so we don't have any magnet shenanigans again. I'm going to slap that right over. Nope, not like that. Slap him there. Put him in the middle as well. And add some of my little images. Get off my fingers. Come on. Hi, Amanda. How are you? That pumpkin does not want to stay on the acetate anymore. It was, I think, the Creative Craft show. It was a lovely experience, though. I mean, it was nice to spend some time in Glasgow again. I've not been to Glasgow in a long time. So it was quite good. Pop that cinnamon stick down there if he's gonna stay for me. Chuck one of the hearts on as well. Everyone's round the right way. The debate for us recently has been actually Creative Vision next year, which would be really, really, really exciting to go to. But it's still just in the discussion phases yet at the moment. And we're gonna do a little local Christmas fair this year. One of my pals, I'm gonna help him out. So Heffy Doodle's gonna be there. So I need to actually plan some make and take stuff, which is exciting. I need to check the date of that fair again, because I feel like it's gonna come round before I even know it's happened. Yeah, Jasmine, it is quite a pricey adventure. think also for us the challenge is it's going to take quite a few flights, or it would take quite a few flights to get there. Well, you know, we're thinking about it. We're thinking about it. Right, and I'm going to reposition some of these smaller images and use them to fill up the gaps. Like this, which I think is really cute. Don't know if he's going to get, well, let's grab the largest square here. We'll bring the goodie bags back for you, Jasmine. Oh yeah, if I use the larger one, he'll fit on there, no problem. He's not going to get chopped off, I don't think. Probably pull him in a little bit anyway. Remove that magnet. And my coffee bean, let's put him up here. And the teacup. Amanda saying, I think we need an event in SoCal. I'm down for that. But also, yes, Amanda, when is the Pear Blossom Press UK tour happening? Now, I'm going to stamp all these until I'm happy with them, right? And then I'm going to mask them. And ink blend the background. And you'd think I would have been put off masking after the amount of it I did when I was crafting this weekend. I was slightly a bit over ambitious, I think. It did take me longer, but I was also watching, I had put Netflix on in the background. And I also had the world's smallest pair of scissors because I couldn't find the other scissors at home. And I actually think fussy cutting is easier with larger scissors. And if you watched the video, my video that went up on the channel yesterday, you will know that die cutting is also not my favorite activity either, so Man is saying, I've been to London, but that's it for the UK. Scotland has always been on my bucket list. Well, it needs to get on your actual travel list. Yeah, and what summer, Jasmine, is entirely correct. All 4 days of it. Right, do I need to pop? I'm going to use this larger die. I'm going to have to pop anything. Oh, he's too short. Oh, sake. Me and the magnets today are just not getting on our way. Right, so you go over there, and you go over there. My card's too short for the larger dies. Right, we'll just have to use the other one then. We'll just make do. Get out of the bag, so please. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna chop some elements off, unfortunately, now. But I'd rather do that than start again. Or figure out another strategy. But I am gonna put this heart down here because I feel like it's a bit empty there. And probably put another coffee bean here, I think. Don't worry, I'm gonna sort them out and line them up and put magnets on. We're gonna put magnets in just a second. I think that's probably a good way to use this space up. Pop everyone back on here. That pumpkin's really driving me insane. Stay where you are, sir. Right, so I can take him off. I'm actually going to leave him out. I'm going to put him around my phone so I remember which one I'm using. Watch me immediately forget that that's where I've put it. I might go looking for it later. Right, pop the magnets on. Oh, do you know what? I could cover that up with a strip. Might end up doing that. Boop. Okay. I think that is nearly enough stamping. Because now I have to make the masks. So I'm gonna grab a bit of card just to pop under my memo tape. I think a wee scrapette of paper there. Oh, so rude, sir. Stay on me, please. Thank you. Right, so who am I asking? I need one of him. And I'll need one of him. And I'll probably just move these up as I'm going because I'm feeling lazy. Need one of him. And one of him. Shouldn't have put these back on here, should I? I don't know what I'm playing at today. Blame the illness. Poor Keenan, I'll tell you a wonderful, embarrassing story. But it's okay, it's embarrassing for me, not him. We discovered over COVID, when we had COVID back in January, we discovered that in my sleep, I will wail. Like, as he said, I'm in some sort of field hospital in World War II. So that's how I said we know that I'm not faking being ill, because you know I'm really not well when the air raid sirens start going off. And poor Keenan gets no sleep. Right, everyone's down the right way. Hello, except you and you need to be on this side. There we go. Well, all my cameras are switching off now. Not helpful. Right, so I'm just going to put a bit of masking tape. Memo tape. Memo tape, that's the one I want. On here, and I'm going to hope that actually nobody's going to get chopped off. Could happen. Move him back down a bit. Right, is everyone going to be... Nope. You're in the chopping block zone. I think, as are you. And probably you. You're a bit close now. Squeegee you along there. Right. There's probably a better method to doing this than that, but the method we're going with right now. Stamp them on the memo tape. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Oh, I've just realised how much of a pain that is going to be to cut out. I guess I don't need it because it's stamped black light, isn't it? We'll just make it work. pop these back out of the way again. I feel like I'm repeatedly doing that at this point. Jasmine saying, if I know I'm masking, I stamp my image on the card, then put memo tape over it and stamp it again. Now that is a clever idea. I'm gonna write that down. that saves you this extra work, doesn't it? More, you know. Where were you stuck originally? Oh, it's that pumpkin again, confusing me. Hiding the other stamps. Right. Put him back in his pocket. He's out of the way. So I don't want that pumpkin to just jump out of the acetate now. Right. Let's do some fussy cutting, shall we? I'll put that out to one side. I'm going to try and do this under the camera for you because that would be good, wouldn't it? Oh gosh, trying to talk and fussy cut at the same time is just not going to happen. I'll do my best. But like, I don't know if anyone else, when you're driving, if you get to like a junction and you have to look both ways, obviously, and do all your mirrors, signal maneuver, etc. I sometimes will turn down my car stereo so that I can hear better, so that I can see better. I'm not quite sure how that works, if there's some sort of weird thing behind it. But I think that's the same here. I'm like trying to talk and cut at the same time. I feel like it's a bit of a risky maneuver. Again, I'm going to try and keep these neat because I don't want there to be any sort of like halo in the image, but I feel like it is unavoidable to a degree, or at least that was my findings from the weekend. I think that these mugs are actually quite nice to cut round. Do you know what? I'm not going to cut out that bit in the middle of the handle. I'm going to make a stylistic choice. It's just going to get masked the same as well. Do you know what? Actually, masking is one of these things, especially if I'm layering it. That took a lot of brain power this weekend. I always have to go onto YouTube and look up how to do it and what the order is to get the things you want in the background and the things you want on front on the top. But I don't have to worry about that today because everyone's on the same level. More just because I want to colour these guys in and then ink up the background. Boom. Well, yeah, everything was as easy as cutting out those cups. These little ones are going to be horrible, but it's fine. Also probably could use a smaller bit of memo tape for these guys, but it's fine. Perks of your Heffy Doodle memo tape is it stays tacky for a good few uses. So I'm putting all of these extra bits to the side once I've cut these images out. I'm gonna save him for die cutting at some point. Okay, I'm not gonna keep his little tail on because I don't think I'm gonna need it. I'm just gonna neaten that bit up there, so boop. I'm absolutely picking out what I think is going to be easiest to cut first and putting off doing the other ones. Love how we procrastinate. Oh, that is a good tip, Jasmine. Jasmine is saying that she keeps the whole of her masks and sticks them to the front of their acetate sheet. And then you can reuse them until they're really not sticky anymore. I don't know if I'm going to be able to neaten that bit up with my nail being in the way. Boop, that'll do. I feel bad going, it's only my dad, but I'm sure he's not going to notice the tiniest flaws if there is any. Have fun at work, Jasmine. I will talk to you later. Bye. Some of these might be a tiny bit rough around the edges, but it will be fine, I'm sure. I think that's part of the charm of stuff being handmade, and you know, when you do it yourself, you can kind of get away with it being not 100% all the time, but it's because you've put the time and effort into doing it, not a machine at the end of the day. There we go, that's the heart. 2 more left until I'm done. Well, I'm not done, but I'm done this section. Probably not that exciting to watch, I'll be honest. So I don't know about you guys, but I much prefer watching pre-recorded videos. Or the highlights of a stream instead. There is my coffee bean. I've accidentally sliced a little bit too much of him off, but I think we'll be okay. Perhaps I should maybe ink my background first and then colour them in. And I don't have to worry if I get ink over my colouring after I've spent ages doing it. Maybe, I don't know if that's if there's a right or wrong way to do it. Probably not. Right. Pop them to one side. I'm going to pick up these little itty bitties. Pop them in the bin. Grab this again. So I think I'm gonna start inking at the bottom, so I'll need to make sure the bottom half is masked off first. Try and do it as neatly as possible. Except I just realized maybe I should have done some more hearts just to save myself some time. You're not right covered. Come on, sir. This is a bit like the crafting equivalent of measure twice, cut once, isn't it? Make sure your masks are exactly where you need them to be, because otherwise that's it. I think he's a little bit squint too. And cinnamon stick. And I can pop him on. He's not an issue because there's only one of him. And we go up this side first. Seeing as I'll need to move the heart for him. Oh, I'll have to move the heart for him anyway too. Let's just do this. I'm gonna grab an acrylic block and that heart again and just make a few more heart masks. Just gonna not do it for the sake of laziness, but I'd rather again avoid any unnecessary complications if I can at this stage. Just gonna use whatever ink is left on there. How many more hearts do we need to cover up? 1, 2. Oh, it's just 2. Might just stamp out some coffee beans while I'm here. Little ones aren't so bad because they can cut them out quite quickly. Hey, coffee bean, coffee bean, coffee bean. There he is. So, that's the coffee bean for each coffee bean that's on the card. Do another one of those tags. I have actually picked out the distress oxides I'm going to use for my background as well. So they are ready to go when I get to that stage. Let's just do that cinnamon stick again as well. Oh, actually, I'm going to fit him on that bit. No, stick him on here. So yeah, I picked up my distress oxides. I've got ripe persimmon, carved pumpkin, and wild honey. So I kind of want to make it nice and warm and autumnal. Here we go, that's him. Let's just do that teacup as well while I'm re-stamping these so I have enough masks for 1 each. Not worried about being too neat about that stage. Pop that there. There. And very quickly cut these out. I actually think I'm going to flat color these images too because that's quite fun too. Did some of that over the weekend. Because I don't have the same selection of Copic markers at home as we have here in the craft room at Heffy Doodle. I was kind of having to make do with what ones I had. But do you know what? I actually quite enjoyed the challenge of it. think sometimes the hardest part starting any project is deciding what you're actually going to do when there's so many options and design choices you can make. I tend to be a planner anyway, so I'm always like, oh, oh no, what am I going to do when I've not planned out what card I'm going to make or haven't looked for inspiration. I'm going to pop this tag on here. And so thankfully these coffee beans are quite bold because I snipped him a little bit too close, but it's fine because that will cover that. We have another coffee bean, so he's going to go down there. Do you know what? I love having tons of hearts in all the stamp sets because they're one thing I really struggle to draw on my own. And speaking of drawing on my own, I had a package arrive today that I've been waiting on for a wee while. I'm on stream, Piper. Hello. A package arrived today that I've been waiting on for a wee while. So I have just got some bullet journal stencils and stamps that I'm really excited to try out. And attempt to be a bit more, I guess, organized. I have a bunch of like notebooks that I keep lists in at home and obviously at work. I thought it'd be nice to have somewhere that I could make them pretty and do them all in the same place. Just repositioning him because I thought his lid might have been a little bit squint. Do you know what? This might be my fussy cutting masking film of the week now after the weekend in this. Two more to go and then we can start inking, which will be a bit more exciting to see on the camera, I'm sure. Do you know what though? I am gutted as we're moving closer and closer to November that we're reaching the end of pumpkin spice season. So it is a bit sad using the Perfect Blend stamp set, but at the same time it's also not because I'm excited to see the new Christmas sort of themed coffees or flavored coffees. And also hot chocolate. I'm a big hot chocolate fan. So I'm just gonna have to be mindful of this cup that is not masked here when I start blending. But I think we can do it. I think we can manage it. Let me get a brush. Blending foams. Should all be in there. No, he's not sticky. So who did I say we have? We've got wild honey, carved pumpkin and ripe persimmon. So I always want to call like ripe persimmon. And carved pumpkin in here. And wild honey is this one. Hello. Right. I'm gonna start with my darkest color. I feel like if I rotate him like that, I'm gonna find life a bit easier. And when I'm going over these images, I'm actually sort of lightly pressing down on them first and then carrying on with the circular motion because I don't want to lift the masks. But if you're gentle with them, not a problem. Well, that is ripe persimmon. I'm going to go in with carved pumpkin next. I'm going to start very, very carefully. I'm going to use my finger to cover that cup up because I do not want to cover him. Ooh. Hello. As I said, if you're just careful with it, you can catch any leaping masks before you end up inking over him. I'm just going to put him down like that. And that's maybe not the prettiest blend now in that section. I'd rather do that than go over where I don't want to go over. Hi Tana, how are you today? Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Right, I am now going to touch up this bit here. Careful, that mask really just wants to lift. No, thank you. Try and blend this bit out a little bit more. I need to lift his mask. I think we're gonna have to go for it. Tana says, just got done grocery shopping. Yay, go you! I did a very quick shop earlier on my lunch break because we had no food in the house after the weekend. It's one of my least favourite jobs to do though, is the grocery shopping. Hope you managed to find everything you were looking for in the grocery store. They had actually just shuffled everything around at when I was shopping in, so I could not find anything. And everyone was in the same boat because everyone was running around trying to find what they were looking for. Okay. So I'm going to move these masks from the bottom. Boop. Like that. He's going to go up on here. Oh, careful now. Come on, line up for me. Excellent. Tana's saying, I do a big shop once a month and little stuff once a week. If I had the storage to do my shopping, a big shop once a month, I would. Also, when I've been looking at houses and flats, etc., I feel like there's never going to be the perfect kitchen. All of them, I'm like, kitchen's too small. Kitchen's too small. Never be enough storage for all my Jaffa cakes that I keep buying. I'm really enjoying this color combo. So I'm going to be very careful blending down here because I don't want to get ink on that cup. The travel mug even. There's a suite at ours to meet our needs, and now we want to move south. We just have to redo the one when you move. You get all the fun of customizing your space again. I say fun. I'm terrible for trying to reorganize things, and I never stick to the systems I've put in place. Right. Oh, I could splatter, but at the same time, I've taken those masks off and I don't want rogue splatters getting in the way. So no splatters today, but I might stick on some enamel dots. If I don't get cut off, that's rude. Come back. He's got a little bit of ink on him, but it's fine because it's just a tiny bit. By the way, guys, I'm actually on Instagram now. Just a little name drop that there. If you check out Heffy Crafts, that's me. There we go. That'll be it. We'll return to removing these masks now. There we go. Now I know we can keep these as we've discussed earlier, but because these are like really inky, I'm just gonna get rid of them after all that. So that's super cute. I'm really happy with it. I think it's nice. I'm gonna very quickly die cut it out with this rectangle where I've remembered where I've kept it. Because if I end up chopping bits off, I don't want to waste time coloring the bits that I've chopped off. Let me scavenge some memo tape. I want to center that sentiment in that mug there. It's a little bit bitty, these bits, but it's fine. It'll work. Let's just leave that bottom corner. I'm going to use the magnet anyway, just to keep everyone nice and together. I will be back in just a second. I was over that side of the craft. I've also grabbed the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blends because they're my favorite like go-to for easy color combinations, and that I think has been the motto of today: easy color combinations. A bit like me sticking with the Distress Oxides that were all yellowy orange anyway. Suzanne saying, I love that color combination. It's really nice. I'm really glad it's turned out so pretty. Oh, and I've managed to keep just about everyone in there. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Really enjoy that. It's nice and bright. So let me get started. I'm gonna grab this marker. I said I was going to do flat coloring, and now I'm like, oh, tri-blends. That's all the colors I need in one marker. So watch me ignore the black coloring I said I was going to do earlier. I had forgotten how squeaky these were, though. I apologize. This is rattling right near the microphone. Pop them off of the desk for just now. Try and stay out of the camera shot as well. That'll be good. Louise saying, hi Morgan, I've been watching from the start but feeling rotten today, so not much interaction. But your card is looking great. Oh, thank you, Louise. I hope you're feeling better soon. I definitely think there's bugs and things going around at the moment. Case in point, I've been where you are just now, Louise. So I did take some water, it's hiding off camera. Just in case my voice did decide it's gonna go on strike. Right, so I've coloured in my sleeves. This is the Tan Shades marker. I'm actually going to use, this is the Aqua Blue blend. Usually I would leave my coffee cups white, but I feel like I want to do something a little different for once. And it's so easy with these markers. These very squeaky markers. Might just leave the lids white though. That makes life nice and easy. Do you know what? It's been ages since I've used these markers. I've forgotten how fun it is just to click them all apart. Get all the shades you want in one marker. Hi Mary, how are you? Right, so cinnamon sticks next, I think. I have grabbed the gold brown blend. I might just start with the light shade in this and see what he looks like first. He's quite light, that's fine. A little bit of shadow with that. Doing well, loving the rich colours. I'm enjoying them too, Mary. I feel like it's sometimes difficult to know what colours you want to use. That can be quite scary, I think, personally, going bold sometimes. And do you know what? I'm going to colour this tag in with this light coloured marker because it's very similar to that ink. And if you think he's blending in a little bit, don't worry, I'm going to highlight everything on the white gel pen. I'm going to go for True Blue blend for these mugs. And I'm not going to worry about the fact that they're technically empty mugs. Do that to try and blend those lines in a little bit better. Yeah, I'm not going to worry that there's technically no coffee in these mugs. Because if you did want to add coffee, you can just draw it in or add a wee line with a marker and then draw it in with whatever colour you want to fill your mug with. If you're someone who likes really milky tea, a really light brown creamy colour. Or really dark if you're someone who does not like milk in their hot beverages. I feel like that fussy cutting has taken forever compared to literally everything else on this card. Now I'm kind of glad I got it out of the way when I did. This is very nearly home time for me. And I'm really excited because I bought a mac and cheese tray bake. Just to bang it right in the oven when I get home. So I don't actually have to cook anything. I've grabbed the Earth Brand shades. I am going to do my coffee beans. I can't remember if that's the same as I used on there or not now. I'm going to do 1/2. That was the light color. Let's maybe stick with light. That is darker than I thought it was going to be. Oh, there he is. He's up there at the top. I'm sorry, Mary. I've actually been losing my voice since last week. I am ill. It's not the microphone. It is me. I've got the microphone as close as I possibly can have it. Let's see, drag it. Don't want it on the camera. There we go. I'm hoping that's going to help. I'm nearly done with this card anyway. Yeah, this is the problem with that. As I said earlier, going out places and meeting people is you pick up germs. Good, I'm glad that that's helped now, Mary. I don't know if there's methods to blending these Spectrum Noir markers together. Kind of just winging it a little bit. Oop, hello. Didn't want to miss your giggle. I do tend to do that a lot on live streams. I am aware of it. I don't know what the compulsion is. It just happens. Guess that's how you know I'm having fun. It is funny though, when I was editing the video that went up on Sunday, it is funny, one, having to record a voiceover and listen to yourself back, I don't know how many times, but two, when you laugh at your own jokes and then you catch yourself laughing at you laughing at your own jokes, that is a whole new level. Right, I have, oh, I've missed out those teacups. Hold on, let me fix that right away. I'm going to color them in really lightly, I think. I don't mind them being a little bit lighter. Oh, and my hearts! That would be a shame to miss those. This is the Bright Pink Blend. Here we go. Let me grab the white gel pen. Mary's saying, my kids have said I'm self-intoxicated. That is a good one. Just gonna add these totally random wherever I feel like they'd go. Really easy way just to add a little extra something to your card. If you've watched our streams for a while or any of the videos we've done on the channel, you know I literally, like, I couldn't function without a white gel pen saving the day. It's practically an extension of my being at this point. Can't be without a white gel pen. And it's not even limited to crafting either. I use them I'm doing my nails as well. So I went to college to be a nail technician years ago, prior to Heffy Doodle, and I used to use them to draw on when I was doing enhancements, marking out where they were going to go. So yeah, white gel pen is my BFF. If you don't have a white gel pen, please do yourself a favor and get one. Right, so I'm going to stick this onto a card base off camera because I'm not quite sure how I want to go about it yet. But I will let you guys see this up a little bit closer. So I have shaded a little bit. It's not as flat as I originally intended the colouring to be, but who cares? Who cares indeed? So there we go. Let me pop him down here and I'll refocus this. I need to go grab the other camera. Bear with me, bear with me. And let me flip you guys around. There we go. I couldn't remember which button to press. It's been a bit of a Monday. So thank you guys for sticking with me. But I made this. So Dad, you're gonna get this next weekend. And I'm sorry I missed yesterday. I did text my dad, so saying happy birthday. I didn't entirely forget. I just kind of forgot about the card bit. And then because of the Royal Mail strikes, I hadn't had a chance to post it when I did remember. So I've done it now. You guys are all witness. I've done it now. So thank you guys for joining me. If you want to see more of my face and listen to me when my voice was working better and see me craft some things, you can check out my Copic colouring video, which went up on the channel yesterday. And it's not just Copic colouring, I'm making a whole card start to finish, inspired by Stardew Valley, which is one of my favorite games. And it's also mixed with the new release stuff and some older Heffy Doodle products. So be sure to go and check that out if you have a spare 10 minutes or so. And leave me a little comment and like and everything. And if you enjoyed this, leave a comment and a like. And we'll be back next Monday, I think. It should be all scheduled at the same time for our next live from Heffy HQ. So until next week, I'm going to flip you back round and leave you with this card that we've made today. So yeah, until next week, everyone, happy crafting. I hope you have a lovely week and I'll see you on Monday. Bye!